All right, we are live for episode 29 of Flag to Flag Media. I want to give a big shout out to Grant Simpson for coming on board tonight because our other co-host is at chassis school getting an education. So, Zach, we wish you the best. I hope you're taking plenty of notes. Not saying that because you're going to need them. I'm just saying I hope you're taking plenty of notes to get your money's worth out of that chassis school. So
don't forget to press record on the camera.
Yeah, make sure. Yeah, so you can bring it back to all of us.
I'm pretty sure you can go back and watch that actually on that race
fight. Watch it.
Yeah, because my dad and Tommy went. I think they can go back and rewatch the one they went to last year.
So, like, if you pay for it, do you get like some kind of code or something?
I think you get like an account. Like you have to create the account to pay for that.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure if it's the same one, is it with like Hendren and them?
I think so.
I'm not really sure. Other guy,
Race Wise, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I think that's what that was.
Yeah. So glad to see Derek Walden's on here. Elizabeth Finley and the Finley family's watching. Thanks for tuning in. It was good to see you guys at the Brownstown Speedway Awards banquet Saturday night. I had a really good time. Did you guys have a good time at the banquet Saturday night?
I had a good time, but you wanted to leave so early.
Me? You're the one who's like, we got to get in the truck. We got to go.
Yeah, I had a good time. I got to visit with Kenny, and I got to visit with the Finleys and Chad Reed and sat by Jacoby and Zach. And yeah, it's good. There's a lot of people there.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to go back in the kitchen and still about 5 gallons of mashed potatoes.
I know.
Those were good.
The mac and cheese was my favorite.
Stapleton didn't let us down with his speeches. I was pretty excited about that. What else we got going on? I did see. Did everybody see? We'll just go and talk about it right now, JT, and we'll get it out of the way. But did everybody see Bloomington's news that the Roddy Strong Memorial Day posted? I think that is an awesome deal. It's $9,999.99 to win. Second place is paying $5,000, and third place is paying $3,000.
Yeah,
wow.
So
that's huge.
We're taking Zach's mod up there. Everybody else is just running for the 5.
Running for the 5.
Yeah, Zach's gonna take home the big money.
So he's going to chassis school, and then he's already banking on a $10,000 payday.
Well, we got the Michael Long updates.
Yep, and chassis school.
And chassis school.
I think last year that was only like a 4,000 to win race, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I think it's almost doubled this year.
It's really growing.
Yeah, it's $509 to start, $150 to start the B main. They got a fast time award of $100, $250 win the dash. So
$150 to start the B main.
Yeah, $150.
That's more than it pays to start most A main.
Yeah.
You know, this is going to be a pretty cool deal.
It is.
I'm excited.
It's great.
And what a great guy to remember too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he did a lot for racing around here
for sure.
So it's good to see that.
Both of them, junior and senior, right?
Yep. Yep. Both of them.
That place will be packed tonight.
And they're running super stocks that night.
Super stocks. I think sprint cars too.
Sprint cars.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's
there's probably a 4th class. They usually run about 4 classes.
We have packed house over Bloomington on May 12th. So we're pretty excited.
I don't know if they're around here. You know, 20 modified field is a really good field. I'd be surprised if there wasn't 50 cars,
right?
40 to 50 cars.
I think with some of these bigger shows, like, so you got the 20,000 win crate race at Paragon, and now you've got a 10,000 win mod race at, well, $9,999 win race at Bloomington for the mods. I think we're going to see some crazy car counts at some of these tracks this summer.
Yeah,
I really believe that.
I've actually been talking to Kenny, and we're talking about taking the fenders off Grant's car and running it up there.
Are you?
For that.
There you go.
Make a run at it.
JT, he is a specialist at that because doing that at Thunder Valley, he is a specialist at that.
What did you say? It pays to start?
It's $150. Well, no, it's $509 to start the A main.
That's more than if you win the super stock feature up there.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
What's it pay win super stock feature?
I think $500.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's $9 more to take the fenders off.
But they're 100 to start up there. So
it's 100 to start every week.
Yeah.
Well, that's better then.
Yeah. So
well, it's kind of a no-brainer if you ask me. Take the fenders off that thing.
So let me ask you
this: 2 cars
at Bloomington, do you have to pay the same fees that you do at Lincoln Park?
Yeah,
like for the 4-wheeler and membership and all that. What's that cost?
Separate. I think 4-wheelers were like $20 or $30 for all year, and I mean, from my understanding, it's an insurance thing, and I get it. You know, you got a bunch of little kids sometimes running around, and supposedly it all goes back into the points fund. So, or some of it goes, probably other goes in insurance. If you don't. They run a different kind of transponder, so just not like what Brownstown runs. They run that My Race Pass. So you can buy one for like $160 through them, like their cost. And then you can use it either track you go to. You just give them your serial number on it. And then if you don't have one, you have to rent one. And it's $20. So.
$20?
Yeah.
Better off just buy a pass.
Yeah. And then they have a yearly like registration fee of like, I think it's, if you sign up early, it's like $20. If you sign up like the day of, it's $30. So first night I went there, it was like,
$100 in fees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had my $30 registration fee. Well, 20. I signed up early, but then I had to rent the transponder 40, then pay my pit pass 35. So I was glad to pay the $100 to start.
Oh yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Wow.
Get your money back.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. The banquet's this weekend. So
Oh, they had it yet?
no, it's this weekend.
Paragon had theirs last weekend too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know what the points fund. I don't know if it's whatever you finish in the feature, if that's the same amount or what, but
Right.
should be a good time.
Paragon's really doing some really good, cool things over there.
Man, you
I've
see
been
bleachers upgrade
Oh,
already?
yeah.
Bleachers upgrade. I've seen the big schedule they've got.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they've got some big stuff in the works. I think they're really gonna.
They've got a since you just did Peden Shop Talk, they have a Dave Peden Memorial. I believe that his uncle, right?
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
Super Stock Dave Peden Memorial.
We talked about that a little bit.
and it's actually the off weekend. Brownstown has off, so
That's cool.
Really?
yeah.
That's
I don't know how
cool.
much. It didn't say how much to pay to win,
Right.
but since they're all from up
How
there,
soon is that?
June 10th, I think.
Dad, if you're watching, we might need to tag that.
So
Glad to see Gloria's tuned in.
Always glad to see
Elizabeth-
Gloria.
Yeah, me too. It was good to see her at the banquet.
Yeah, but Gloria and Kenny, that team. I don't know what Grant's doing there, but the rest of the team,
Right,
rock
yeah.
solid.
turn left.
Yes. I do know that. I know tonight is the first night of Golden Isle. I understand that. We probably won't have as many viewers tonight as we usually do because Lucas Oil or the Speedweeks is kicking off tonight, Golden Isle, which is fine because
We watched the heat races before the show.
we watched some of the heat races before the show, so it's all good. We'll probably get in the house probably before the features start anyway. So
Yeah.
or
Somebody
I
wants
will.
to,
You
somebody
guys
wants
will
to
help
tag some results in the comments.
Well,
we'll post.
Derek's,
We'll say
Derek's already talking about he'll buy some Jimmy Owens special tire saw. So I don't know what's going on, but and I'm sure Derek, like we talked about before in the show, he's running around the back, getting all this information like a news anchor. So yeah, we'll be getting some updates. So Nicole, thanks for tuning in. Billy here with the Steel Block Sprints is watching. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely appreciate it. My wife changed the TV, the trolls for the kids, so that's why I'm tuned in. Oh, thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, we're on the back burner. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm glad we made the
We're on that
cut.
second option. Appreciate it.
He's never made good decisions.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Speedweeks a little bit.
So far, we got Volusian.
Yes.
Devin Moran, great runs both times. T-Mac was faster the second night,
Right.
in my opinion.
Yes.
But Devin, right place, right time, took advantage.
And
Drew good.
Devin always starts off hot in Speed Week, so I'm kind of curious to see if he can carry that momentum through Speed Weeks and into the Lucas Oil full season. Because I know last year he was pretty hot during Speed Weeks and kind of fell off.
His brother go with him?
No.
Yeah.
No,
But they are at the Moran shop, so Wiley works on it through the week.
that helps. That's a huge help.
I'm a huge Devin Moran fan. He's probably my favorite late model driver
Yeah.
in Lucas Tour
Yeah.
now.
That's a good looking car too.
Yeah, it's a good looking car. Nothing against it. I like Huddy too, but
Yeah.
I'm a big Devin Moran
I'm
fan.
glad that Moran went back to the 99.
Me too.
I just think that number is iconic. And Moran, Gustin, and Thug Nasty was top 3 of Heat 4.
You got distracted there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I was reading Derek's comments. Says Thug Nasty is in the new Masters.
But I think the number 9 was more of that the dude that owned Moran's
Toward,
team,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, because that's
That
what
was tied
Hoffman.
Yeah, that was a tied to work deal.
And Hoffman looked
understand
really
that,
good
but-
for the first night and that
He did.
ride.
He
I thought
did.
everybody adapted to their new rides really good. Huddy was had some struggles, but I thought everybody overall adapted. I mean, everybody's learning each other.
Right.
They don't know what Huddy wants. Huddy hasn't communicated what he wants to them yet.
It's going to take a while for
You're
him
gonna
to
learn.
jail.
To see Devin Moran take off like he did, that was a lot of that. I think was moving to his shop
Yes.
and having Wiley there. When they unloaded them cars, it was pretty close to what Devin wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a Longhorn, which they've been
And
driving.
It's kind of a home feeling. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
got to change your mentality a little bit.
Right. I think he's gonna be a guy to beat this year, though.
Kenny Clark says Shirley just won Heat 5. So Ryan Shirley's kind of.
Is Brian Shirley back in his car? Because he was driving Ferguson's car.
I don't know whose car that was.
He was driving somebody else's car.
Yeah.
I thought they said
whose car
Ferguson,
that
but I could
is.
be wrong.
I mean, somebody wants to update us. That'd be fine too, because I'm not really 100% sure.
Yeah,
on that.
Derek's kind of been slipping on us. So
Is,
if somebody else wants to throw
Has
some
Moran
info.
announced like what they're doing yet? I can't remember if I've seen anything.
I think they're running Lucas.
Are they?
Yeah. So.
Well, the World of Outlaws tag, and I know it's early. A lot of them will fall off. They say they're running, but a lot of them will fall off. But the World of Outlaws got more than I thought they'd get.
Oh yeah, me too.
I mean, they already had 14 commits.
And then Will Harrington just announced that he is running for Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's going to be tough too.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah. Kenny Clark said that he's still in the 8 car.
Still in the 8 car.
And then Derek, he chimes in too, says, thanks, Derek. We appreciate all your help and support behind the scenes at Flag to Flag Media. We appreciate it, bud.
I would like to know, I think the biggest mystery that everybody wants to know the answers to is what happened to Bloomer? Why did
his
he
legs not when
is that what happened?
That's what they said.
Yeah, but then they switched drivers 2 more times that night, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, Ferguson got in it. And then when Bobby Pierce had the motor issues, and Bobby got in it.
Is that a Bloomquist car?
That's a Rocket.
Okay, so Bloomquist was driving that car that wasn't a Bloomquist car.
Yes, it was in a Rocket.
Okay, I wasn't sure. There's been a lot of guys run that car, and everybody's giving him a Bloomquist a hard time, but it is a good car. But even the guys that run it haven't won big races with it. Right. So I mean, don't go out there and just give the guy a lot of grief.
Right.
First time with the team in a car that hasn't won huge races. It's won some races, but it had Mark Whitener driving it, which Mark Whitener, Magic Man.
Yeah,
he's a good driver. Had that boy run the Summer Nationals, Ashton Winger. He drove it for a minute.
Yep.
You know, I mean, there's been some good drivers in it.
I just don't think. I mean, obviously with Scott's legs going numb and stuff again too, but
right.
I just don't think he's not 100%. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of one of those deals where
Scott's from the days.
Mentally, we still want him to be dominant for the sport, but on the other hand, too, that I mean, in reality,
and quit telling him to quit. If the guy's still having fun, go race.
Yeah, go race.
Look at Vern Lefevers.
He's one of those guys. He's going to go out on his own terms.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be winning.
Scott has never let anybody dictate what he's done for the last 40 years, so he's not going to start now.
Yeah,
so.
The day he quits is a sad day for
it's going to be tough
late model racing. Look at Billy Moiger; he ain't giving it up.
Oh no! Did you listen to the podcast that they went on with the Dale Jr.?
Yeah, that was a good one. But I mean, look at what happened to NASCAR when Dale Earnhardt Sr. died. I mean, it just changes the sport. And I think whenever Scott Bloomquist calls it quits, the same thing's going to happen in dirt racing or late model racing. But I mean, you got some young guns that's coming up. I think is really going to take over the sport. You know, your Moran.
He'll still be involved too. Though, obviously with his own chassis, but
I'm kind of curious to see when Garrett Smith won the Dirt Track World Championship last year, and Scott was helping him. Like, how much fun did Scott actually have? I mean, I think he was enjoying it. I think he was enjoying mentoring somebody. And then, obviously Garrett was successful and won it.
Well, Mac Daddy's right across the road, ain't he?
It's pretty much on the same property.
Is it the same property? I didn't know for sure. I knew he was right there somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's got guys around him still.
Yep.
But I just hate seeing people get on there and saying this guy just needs to hang it up. And I'm like, boys, if he's having fun,
let him keep racing.
Let him enjoy his retirement.
It's also people that's never been probably touched the dirt.
Right.
And but the thing is, though, it goes along with any hobby you do. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be dirt racing. If you enjoy something,
do it.
You're gonna do it.
Yeah. And I'm saying that as a guy that couldn't stand him growing up.
Oh, me too.
I couldn't stand him when he won a race. I was sick.
Yeah.
But now I don't want him to quit because he was such a part of it.
I want my money back. I'm like, I want my ticket money back. I didn't want to watch him.
Yeah. And I watched him win numerous races. That's all he did was win. So it's nice to see him not win every now and then. Yeah. Got a lot of catching up to do.
Hey, Gretchen, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. So this big white thing here on the table, that's going to be our giveaway. It's pretty awesome.
You did decide to give it away?
Yeah, I'm going to give it away.
We had to pry it out of Matt's hands.
But what we're going to do, though,
is... I'll go.
All right, Kenny. Enough the comments.
Superman
1, he'd 6.
Batman Racing 2.
Dang it.
Only good news, Kenny. Only
good news. Now, Davenport's looking good right now. I think, obviously, there was a lot of speculation when his crew chief left that, a lot of people wondered if it would be the same. But
he's got a whole new crew except for one dude, I think.
He kept his engineer still there. So I think Davenport is going to be tough. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, your McCready's, and there's going to be a lot of guys to figure stuff out throughout the year. I think there's going to be a lot of people that's going to give Davenport a run for his money. But I still think that he's going to be one of the top contenders in Lucas Oil.
On big tracks.
And the DTWC's at his favorite place.
Yes. Eldora.
Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah,
I
when
didn't like
Rigsby-
that. I was again. I was
Yes.
all about moving it from Portsmouth, but I didn't want to move it to Eldora.
Yeah, when Rigsby interviewed him on Flow the other day, you could just tell by his demeanor that he's like, licking his chops because
Cut the check.
Yeah, cut the check. So anyway, with this big thing here, we got a giveaway going on here in a little bit. Hopefully, I know the views are going to be low, but you'll have to watch. Just if you are watching this right now, go ahead and share this out so we can get as many viewers as we can, and we'll give this thing here away here in a little bit, and we'll show it and then we'll explain it and all that other stuff. So I want to turn the mic over to you because I know you got some updates too. I seen Andrea asking news on Vernon or Salem Speedway. We do have some stuff going on with Thunder Valley. We don't have not racing, but go ahead and you
I haven't got any news on Little Salem. I don't think it's going to happen. All my sources seem to be like that. The fair board doesn't really want it to go. It's been that way for a while.
Yeah.
We all feel like, they want to reserve it more for demos and truck pulls and stuff. And when there's a promoter that has the racetrack, they get upset because the demo and people tear up the racetrack. I get where both sides are coming from, but there's a whole infield to do demos on, which would be better for me anyway, I think, because you can't see the demo when it's on the front stretch.
Right.
The truck pulls always go down the front stretch. It's just bad politics. I even thought about getting on the fair board. I'm not going to because if you're on the fair board, you have to be up there the whole fair week. Now I'm trying to get Matt to be on the fair board.
Oh, you didn't say a word to me about that.
Well, this is
Did you just recruit me tonight or what?
Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news.
You could give up a week of your vacation.
I guess.
But anyways, I think we've got 6 people that got enough votes to be put in the Hall of Fame.
So with what JT said, but we still want to honor Thunder Valley has been a staple in Washington County for years. I mean, I'm talking years. So just because they're not running, JT started the Thunder Valley Hall of Fame last year.
Mm-hmm.
We inducted 10 people into the Hall of Fame last year and got started. We still want to honor the ones that have raced there, the ones that we feel like or people vote on, but that should be put into the Hall of Fame to give them credit where credit is due. So,
and that place,
being said,
that place is put off. You don't think of big names when you think of Thunder Valley, but Tony Stewart's race there, AJ Felker's race there, Devin Gilpin's race there, Donnie Fleetwood's race there. There's big names, Roger Rickenbacker, Aaron Fields. There's a lot of guys.
JT Huffman.
I'm just a small crumble, My my Uncle Buddy ran there, won God knows how many races, probably 50 to 60 races when I was growing up. My dad ran there. My mom and dad met at Thunder Valley. So it's got a special place to me. So we're going to try to keep that legacy going. And the signs that are up there, they still have events all fair week. And
yes,
nobody's said they're not having a fair race.
Right.
Jim Price put on the fair race last year. Thought it was a really good race. We had 10 super stocks, I think.
Yeah. Put
on a beautiful show. It was a beautiful show. Had a great Crown Vic show. There was like 20 of those. It was good racing all night. So we're going to keep the Hall of Fame going. We're not giving up on that. And if one day they decide that they're not going to have anything at the grandstands, I'll get a hold of the museum and I'll move the Hall of Fame stuff to the museum. I know the guy that's
we will get it somewhere where people are going to see it.
People will know about the Thunder Valley Hall of Fame for years to come. I wish I had more. I think I had 9 people vote this year. I wish I could get a little more people to vote because the deal with that is my generation of drivers I watched is not the same drivers. There's like 30 years of guys that I didn't know. And a lot of the people that are voting with me are my generation.
Right.
So you're missing a lot. And we still got some, last year we still got a lot of the old guys. Like I never watched Ernie Sparrow race. He made it. My grandpa made it. Yeah. There's a lot of cool, Dwayne Brown. There was a lot of cool guys that made it last year.
It's still kind of a work in progress too. The way, things are being done or whatever. So.
Right. And there might be a promoter, but as of my knowledge right now, Thunder Valley is a no-go for this year, to my knowledge. The Salem Speedway has sold. It was a handshake deal. He's supposed to be taking, I think he might have took possession this week or supposed to take possession sometime here really soon.
Yeah. Doyle might, thanks for tuning in, Doyle. Doyle might have a little bit more information on that.
The biggest news I think on that is they've hired Glenn Luckett.
Yes.
As
huge.
General manager. Is that what they're calling it?
Yep.
I don't know if a lot of you guys might not know Glenn Luckett, but he is probably one of the biggest supporters of the stock car racing around here.
Yes.
He's the one that got CRA going. He used to work at the Speedway when it was booming. Guy's very knowledgeable. So I think, if the guy that hired Glenn's willing to spend the money, those two will have it back on track.
I think it's a very good pickup for him.
The other thing about the guy that bought it, do you remember what his name is? I can't remember what his name is. The guy that bought it. He's from Jeff. But he has.
I don't know why you put me on the spot like that.
He has dirt racing background.
Yes.
So maybe he gets a Speedway going. Maybe he looks at Thunder Valley, or maybe he looks at a dirt track. Who knows?
Right.
But I think the way everybody's talked to me, he's got money to throw around at it. Not saying the guy's full of money and just going to make everything happen in 1 year. Yeah, Nick Bohannon.
That's hard. Look at that.
I haven't,
PR guy.
I haven't met Nick Bohannon yet, but I've not heard one bad word about him so far.
No.
And I've never heard anybody say a bad word about Glenn Luckett.
No.
North Vernon.
I don't know anything about North Vernon. I know
Grant, take over here.
I don't know anything. The last rumor, I'll say a rumor because I don't know.
Right.
The last rumor I heard that it was in courts about something. So
that's
just speculation. Like I don't.
And here's the other
I don't know
thing.
why it would be there.
Here's the other thing with Twin Cities.
Tell us.
Well, I think that in order to make Twin Cities be a successful racetrack, the amount of money that it's going to take to refurbish that place is going to be astronomical.
Big mounts.
I think that not the past promoters, because I know when the call and saying we had it back, in the 90s or whenever they had it, it was phenomenal. I think it's just been some years that it's set, and then you got people that take it over. They try to do the best they can with it. But
with their money,
if you don't have some deep pockets, it's not going to work. I mean, it's almost getting to the point where it's going to be almost better off just to bulldoze it in and start over.
I think it's more you have deep pockets, but it's whether you want to spend it or not.
Yeah. I mean, deep pockets.
Yeah.
Just to throw money away.
And I think when they ran it, when Robbie was over there, ran it, there were some nights that you could see of it coming back a little bit.
Yeah.
Definitely improvements.
Yeah. And even throughout the night, like I think I ran over twice, maybe once. I can't remember, once or twice, but the start of the night was just dust. I mean, as soon as you went out there, dusty.
Right.
But by the end of the night, they worked it, and it was, not prime, not what you want, but a lot better than what it started as.
As racers, we expect miracles.
Yes.
Fans
too, though. Fans
too.
Yeah.
They're not going to make North Vernon and Brownstown in a year.
Right.
No.
It's not going to happen.
Even the guys that bought Paragon.
Right.
From what I've heard, they have very, very deep pockets. Yeah. It's going to take them some time.
It's going to take time. You got to build a rep.
Yeah.
Got to be patient.
And I felt like Robbie was headed in the right way with it. Really.
Yeah.
But you get so much grief along the way.
You do.
And that's what killed Robbie. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to sit there and work my butt off week after week, hour after hour, and then they run you down.
Right. Derek's got a good point that Kaylee Bryson, I mean, she raced at Salem and she was at the Chili Bowl 2 weeks ago.
Right. Yeah.
She's a lot of talent. Kaylee has got a bright future ahead.
Right.
Of her.
Oh, yeah. Because ARCA goes there and you got all those kids. I mean,
yeah. Doyle said that they signed the papers last Friday. So it is a done deal then.
I think that's really going to be a good deal.
Yeah.
I got a lot of faith in Nick Bohannon, and I think I got tons of faith in Glenn Luckett. So I mean, I think that's going to be a track to watch this year.
Right.
The thing that is going to dictate that is to race at the Speedway is very costly. Just racing there in the Crown Vic was 8 tires.
Yeah.
And the thing that saves them is they don't have tons of money in motors, where we have a lot of money in motors, but they're getting. You run a set of tires, and if you want to be competitive, you throw them away.
Right.
So it'll be. I'm excited to see what happens. I've talked to Mr. Livers at Epic Chassis, and I think we're going to try to field a Crown Vic in the 200 again this year.
I think you need to. I think it needs to be a done deal.
And because I had a blast, and when you guys walk, a lot of people don't understand this. When you walk into Salem Speedway, and you're on that front stretch, and they're doing driver intros, and they say your name, that atmosphere is like Jackson 100.
Oh yeah, huge.
The Halloween 200 is like the Jackson 100 atmosphere.
Yeah, there's a lot of prestige here too.
Oh, it's huge.
I don't think you realize how steep it is and really how big of a track it is, because I went down there for the ARCA race this year before we went over the Brownstown race, and I hadn't been over there in forever. And we went down in the pits to walk around, and we went down turn 1. I just looked up and I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like how steep that is. And
when you go on the inside of a track and you look outward,
yeah,
it changes perspective.
Then you sat in there. We sat right at the start finish line, for their hot laps and qualifying. And they're, you know, flying in turn one. They start to turn all the see. You just see their back end just start shaking because it's just like, man,
it's a feeling like no other. I really enjoyed it. And when you're just making pace laps, and it just feels like you're going to fall off and start rolling down the banking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wild. It's really cool though. I wish I could get Bo to turn some laps in practice just so he can experience it. Zachy's wanting to pilot another car up there, but I gotta see if he's ready.
Tonight? What do you think about that?
Well, I told him he had to.
Here you flunk out.
Is that part of the contract deal?
Part of the contract, yeah.
Even if he's not here, he is expected to tune in and support Flag to Flag Media.
Right.
You're real close to being fired.
We needed views, so we called him.
I will honestly say, this is not a stab, but I think we've got more views tonight with Grant Simpson than Zach Stalker.
Favorite.
I mean, it's really leaning that way. So, no, Zach, he might have to refer back to teaching chassis schools when he gets back. I don't know, but
well, he's going to miss the big points night tomorrow night. So,
there's my dad. Dad,
yeah, Grant didn't get here till 8:20. Kenny, 8:20.
Was that Race Wise that you and Tommy went to? Because I'm pretty sure you can go back and watch those if you have an account. So Zach could just log in. You guys go back and watch.
He's going to need to. Unless he takes good notes, he's going to need to go back and watch it.
Yeah. I'd give JT my account to watch the Super Stock one, but he don't need any help.
We need all the help we can get.
He don't need no help.
Me and Zach we're renting the racetrack. We've got some stupid ideas, and we're just going to see if it works.
Race Logic.
Oh, maybe it's different. Logic. I know the Hingen guy was there, though.
I'm pretty sure he said Race Wise is what Zach went to. I'm not for 100%.
Hey, Tony, thanks for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. He says at TVR.
That's Thunder Valley.
Yep.
Yeah, we're hoping Thunder Valley comes back.
We hope.
I have big doubts.
Slim.
I really have doubts this year. Maybe a fair race, but I'm sure I heard Scottsburg's planning on having a fair race still. So that's always good.
Are they running? I wonder if they're going to have a crate. Was the crates a fair race down there? Crate. When they ran them?
It's usually the last 2 years has been crates, pure stocks, Crown Vics, and Hornets. It used to be super stocks, but last time I ran super stocks up there, they only got 7 cars, so it's 6 or 7 cars. So I'd say that's why. That place is. Have you ever been up there, Grant?
Mm-mm. We were gonna go up there. I don't think it was Jim, but someone took it over and was supposedly gonna open it following year, and then they were gonna have like a Halloween on the 31st.
Right.
Something.
Yeah,
and we were gonna go, but then it just too.
I bet your grandpa raced up there.
Oh yeah,
I guarantee.
From what my dad said, he raced up there all the time.
It's really. You hammer down all the way down these straightaways, and you get to these tight corners, and you're cramming the brake to the floorboard, trying to get the car to slow down.
I can't remember who it was. Someone told me that they think corners are tighter than like Paragon.
It's like Thunder Valley corners.
Yeah,
I would compare it to Thunder Valley
Paragon
corners.
straightaways.
Yeah, they're long straightaways.
Yeah,
you got plenty of time to look at the gauges.
Thanks for sharing it out, Aaron. We appreciate it.
Now we got big giveaway, so let's get that sharing out. I mean,
get that out
there. This is probably our biggest giveaway yet.
It's nice. I'm telling you, what's underneath this?
If Matt lets it go.
Yeah, if I let it go.
He's already got one, though. So he's got the one of one version.
I do have the one of one.
And this is a one of one.
And it's sitting right over there, but I'm not going to show you.
I got my own, too.
Yeah. Doyle said the Moonshine Man got his drone pilot license. The big thing's coming this year. That's Doyle, but I don't even know how you fly that thing. I would need more than Zach sent me because I did some drone stuff for my shop talks or whatever. Well, Zach sent me this video of a drone flying in and out of this building, and he's like, "I think you need to practice a little bit." And I'm like, "There is no way." I crashed my drone in up there with Justin Shaw doing that shop talk inside Rayburn shop. I had this cool. I mean, it was in my mind. I had this cool fly over all the top of the cars in the shop, get a good view, and it lost GPS signal, and that thing took off. And right into a concrete wall.
Yeah, been there.
It was a bad deal. It was a bad deal.
Yeah, been there. My brother just got one that had a GPS thing on it. We were down at our fish hatchery in Avoca, and he's like, he's seen this tunnel where it goes underneath the road that the creek runs through, and he looked at me. He goes, "Think we can fly that through that?" And of course, I go, "Yeah." I mean, he's not. This is the first time he's flying it. He's like, "Okay." He said, "Whatever happens, don't tell my wife." Because he bought it for her because she has a photography business. She was going to try to use it for that. So he gets in there. It's a big, the big metal tubes. Yeah. He gets about a quarter away, and on the screen it starts saying "no GPS, no GPS," and he's like, "Oh crap!" And he just took off running. By the time he ran, it flipped and just went. Thankfully, it flipped. Right. Because it did just go straight down.
Was there water in it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh. So we drove the side by side down there. And we on the way home, he's like holding it out the window, letting it air dry.
Hey, we got Robbie Wilson on there. Robbie, you got any info on North Vernon for us? We were just talking
Yeah,
about
Robbie,
that.
can you fill us in on that?
Sorry, just throw you into that. We were just talking about that, and I seen your name pop up. I was like, if anybody knows, he does.
Aaron, Flag to Flag Media will be. What track are you going to run at? I'm going to be at several tracks this summer. If you see Flag to Flag Media, stop and talk to us. Say,
Hey,
whatever.
show them what you got.
What?
Your thing Grant brought you. Your pack of
Your
them.
stickers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll put
Hey, we
this,
got the first time.
we'll put these on any race cars.
Yeah, this is Aaron's first time watching. That's what I'm telling you. So
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Paragon. We'll be at Paragon some. So
It's looking like we're all going to Paragon in June.
Yeah. We'll be in Paragon. And I do want to give a shout out. So my main sticker guy is P3 Graphics. So Eric, you are my man. You're my go-to. I love everything you do for Flag to Flag.
120%.
But I will say that Grant Simpson, if anybody noticed, if it changed it, this logo down here changed from Grant Simpson Racing to Midnight Sports Gear. Grant and your brother, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Have started an apparel business. Check them out on Facebook. They got a lot of cool stuff that they can get, especially for like your men's softball teams and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But
or your race teams, crew gear.
Crew shirts, whatever. But he brought in this big stack of Flag to Flag Media stickers. So these things are pretty cool. So we'll be giving some of these away.
All our Crown Vics, because we're I'm not going to announce that.
I already have it. I am sponsored. And going back to Anthony. Anthony, no problem for the extra money for the Crown Vics at the banquet.
That came out of my pocket, not
No, it
Matt's.
did not. You had nothing to do with that. Well, I guess technically it did because it kind of took it out of your paycheck. But
Yeah.
anyway.
If you guys seen my paycheck here, you'd be disappointed.
But yeah. So anyway, make sure you give the Midnight Sports Gear a follow or like on Facebook and give them guys some support. Flag to Flag Media would definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
They support us, so we definitely want to support them.
Now, I'll just throw this out there. It's not like I won't, and I wouldn't, like, because obviously, I got my shirts through like Kenny Nicholas and Trent Nicholas.
Right.
I don't do like the cotton shirts.
Right.
I just can't get them for the price that they can. And for one, I don't want to step on their toes. Mine's more like the dry fit, crew shirts, whatever you want. So.
Yep. But this came from the sponsorship of Midnight Sports Gear.
Yeah.
So Eric Bryant, you're still my go-to for all my other stuff, especially
Eric Bryant made a
decals.
beautiful JT Huffman car this year, and I can't wait till you guys see it.
Is it done?
We're finalizing it.
Yeah, you just got.
No, he ain't got it. Yeah, I'm
okay,
waiting on
okay. I was
sheet
like,
metal.
it's already done. Okay.
Eric, I'm really excited to see this one.
Okay, well, Robbie Wilson, JT, I wish I could tell you guys, but I don't know what's going on. I'm up in the air too. Just want to wish the best for racetrack. Absolutely.
We do
way,
too.
Robbie.
We do too.
Hey, we're up to 42.
42. Let's get to 50. And we'll do this giveaway.
And we
share
thought,
it out. Share it out. Share it out.
Robbie, we thought you did a great job too. I know you missed that, but we were just talking about
Yep.
that. Me and Grant thought you were heading the right direction with that place. Hated to see it shut down on you.
I was like, it sucks if the first of the night, everyone's like, oh, the tracks suck the first of the night. I don't really look at it that way.
No.
I want to see how it ends.
Right.
Like it's the promoter going out there and trying to
yes.
make it better. And there's some nights that you just can't do anything about it. I mean,
Right.
but I think he did a good job with that.
What's going on, Shane? Anthony, I agree with you. I don't know what's up with that. So, JT, if you guys watched the show a couple weeks ago, JT landed a new hair, shampoo sponsorship deal. It was shampoo and conditioner, correct? Was it like a combo unit?
Aussie,
yes. And for some reason, he wears a hat tonight. I don't know why he's covering up his hair. I mean, the little bit you can see sticking out from underneath that looks pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I didn't notice that when he walked in.
Pearls.
His hair just shines when he comes in. It's
I
amazing.
really need a haircut, and I didn't feel like putting it down, so
Oh,
I threw a hat on.
you got it in a man bun?
Yeah, well, you know.
Someone needs to sponsor a bunch of winning nets for the Hornets this year. I've ran one for 3 years now. It's no biggie. So I don't know. Like I agree that I think there's eye openers every year, right? And I think the incident with the guy at the Chili Bowl,
Yes.
I think was kind of an eye opener for safety gear.
A window net wouldn't have saved him.
No. I'm talking about for every class. There's different things for each class that we probably need to look at. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And I would not be opposed to window nets in Hornets. So That's just my opinion.
I ran a
I know
window
everybody's got
net. When
their
I ran
opinion,
mini stocks,
so.
I always ran a window net.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, and you have to run them in the Crown Vics at the Speedway.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing against
when
them.
we ran the Kenya midgets, which you had that Ashton Thompson, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she ran those. You had to have those as well. And I mean, that's an open wheel
Right.
midget, but they still mandated them.
We got to 49. Did you see that? We got to 49 viewers. We need two more
Keep
viewers.
sharing.
Share it with your family. Tell your grandma to log on. What's going on, Kyle? Glad you tuned in, buddy.
What's wrong?
I'm still waiting for that.
Mad. What's Robbie? What did Robbie say? I can't read it.
He said, "Thank you guys so much. I respect every driver, everything. I will be back at Brownstown part-time as flagging, teching, just because I love racing. Absolutely. We love racing.
Hey, I love you teching.
Aaron, what's the best advice for someone getting behind the wheel? I ran 3 races last season, so still new to this. I'll let you guys answer this question because he just said he's going to be racing super stocks. So
you want me to tell you the advice I took for that you didn't want? I can okay if I go.
Yeah, go for it.
The advice I took for granted for probably since I raced go-karts, and I started listening to it the year we won the championship, is Dad would say you have to be slow to be fast. It's the dumbest thing, and I got so sick and tired of him saying it. And I thought, Dad, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Don't even make sense. But his lift points and my lift points were 2 different spots. My lift points was when I got to the corner, lift, hit the brake, go again. His lift points like 3/4 of the way down the straightaway, getting him to the first Uke tire yet.
Yeah.
And he was right. And I hope he's not watching to hear that. But I know it sounds stupid, and I know you've probably heard it, and it's ignorant advice. It sounds like, but when I started winning races at Brownstown is when I slowed down my entry to the corner.
Yeah.
100% fact.
I mean, that's basically
sometimes you got to be slow to be fast.
That's basically what I said. I mean, I've raced, like I said, I raced open wheel midgets, Silver Crown, now into the super stocks, and I've had the likes of Dave Darling, Chris Wyndham, Michael Lewis, who used to race that, Jeff Blaine. Some big time racers that's very good at what they do. And that was one of the main things that said you have to go slow to go fast. And I just looked at them like they were stupid. I was like,
that doesn't make any sense.
That makes no sense whatsoever. And it actually does, because you're not rushing. You're not, you'll get there. You're going to get there. I mean, I'm still getting there. I'm still learning every week. And I'm sure JT still learns every week.
Exactly.
So it's not going to come. Some people comes faster than the others, but just like JT said, go slow, go fast, and just, I don't know.
If you don't believe us, here's the guys you need to watch. This is what changed my mind on it. Go watch Jordan Weaver, entry the corner. Go watch Matt Boatnick's entry to the corner. Go watch Mike Fields' entry to the corner. Go watch Devin Gilpin's entry to the corner. Their entry to the corners 4 or 5 car lengths before mine.
Right.
Back when I was running wide open all the time. And once I realized that they were doing it, and Dad's probably right.
Yeah.
It's all about keeping them wheels from locking up. Because when you lock it up, it's harder to get them to hook back up.
And since you're running a super stock, you got an 8-inch tire. Keep the thing straight.
Yep. I really hope Jeremy's watching this.
But we wish you the best luck too, Aaron. I mean, you just signed up for one of the best classes in Indiana.
I will. That is one of the best classes you can sign up for.
If you're going to learn, you're going to race with some of the best drivers across the state. I mean, I don't race at Paragon a whole lot, but I can tell you who Josh Linton is.
Yeah.
Bryce Scheidler.
Justin Linton.
Jeff Allen.
Yeah.
The 71 car.
Cummings. Brad Cummings.
Brad Cummins.
And then Zach, when he races,
you get Sassers up there.
Sassers. I mean, you're talking. It doesn't matter where you go in Indiana. You're going to race against some super stock guys.
Yeah. Every class has respect for each other within their own class. And you can go to Brownstown every weekend and you can kind of see, and this may be biased or whatever. And, Brenton may get on here and say his little stuff, but he's in bed.
It's past his
my bad. But, in the super stock class, there really is the most respect between everyone. Everyone wants to go out.
I agree.
I love JT to death, but every time I go out there, I want to beat him.
Right.
I don't, but I want to beat him. I want to do everything to do that, because if I do that, I'm better. It's making me better.
Right.
I'm not better than JT. But I'm just saying, like, it makes me better and feel driver. Good. Yeah, confidence. So, but I know when I get the next JT, or even, I run in the back too. Even everyone from front to back, from position 1 to 20, there's no squirrels. So just I mean, just to have respect and all that will go a long way.
Right.
And the best part is when you knock that front end off in hot laps, you can run to 17 other guys and they will give you whatever parts they got to get you back out there. I've borrowed parts from Grant. I've borrowed parts from Dalton Fleener. I've borrowed parts from Adam Sasser and Zach Sasser and Isaiah. I mean, I've borrowed parts from everybody, and I've loaned parts out to Grant. I've loaned parts out to Trey. I've loaned parts. I mean, that's just how we work.
Yeah.
You know, I want to beat them guys, but I want to beat them on the racetrack.
Yep.
And if they don't have it, make sure you check out Haller Motorsports and Fab at Brownstown. He has all the parts that you need.
Right, yeah. Brandon helped me out a ton too.
Plug out to him.
And Trent parks over there. I've borrowed stuff off Trent. And I've gave Trent a carburetor before and said, "Here, go try this." You know, we'll just look out for each other. It's a really fun class, and I think it's a good class to learn in.
Anthony Finley said, "Thanks for what you do for the sport." Is he talking about us, or me, or you guys? Who's he talking about?
What?
We'll just take it as that. I'm guessing.
Thanks. Hey, I just.
Oh, well, Kenny was talking to me the other day. He thinks that the new TSR they got, he wants to put blue doors on at 95. I said, I'm cool with that. And he's going to put Grant in the older car.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm going to drive the primary.
Sweet.
Hey, the older car has a national championship on it. So,
well, the new one will when I'm done.
Well, when you're done with it.
You might as well run as many races we got to run this year.
Thanks for sharing out, Carly. Appreciate it. Gretchen said you got a grandma watching here. Well, we appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it. Then Gloria said, absolutely. Zach said that's what his dad told him, but he needs to be paying attention to chassis school right now. That's what
his dad's there with him.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
At least somebody's
I bet
learning.
his dad, I bet he's just still talking to him about it. See, I told you, slower is faster, Zach. You need to slow down.
I fought that for years. I'm telling you. I thought my dad was
hard.
ignorant, but my dad's a smart man. I just had to learn that with age.
Robbie's talking about your dad or your grandpa's down there.
I'm sorry, I can't
It says
read
for JT, he was right. We had so much fun. Your grandpa's at Sparksville Speedway. I even told Chase sometimes you got to be slow to be fast. You always put on a good show.
Oh, I had a fun time racing with Chase. That place was a good time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That was probably the most fun racing I ever had.
And then Josh Harris said, I never get any lessons wide open all the time.
Explains a lot.
Yeah. Kyle says rules are only worth it if someone checks them. Should we make like a thing for 2023 says make Tekken great again?
Robbie, I thought Robbie got going pretty good last year. I thought Robbie did a really good job. And,
yeah, I agree.
You know, I thought he was fair about it. He checked him before the race. If there was something that he didn't like, he gave you the opportunity to fix. People were still getting mad. I'm like, he's telling you, he's not disqualifying you after you won the feature.
Right.
He's telling you before you roll out there, you need to fix it. Because if you win with it, load it up.
Fly.
I think that can go to a certain extent, though.
Right.
You know, there's some rules that if it's illegal, you know, you're disqualified. But yeah, I mean,
we had our pure stock spoiler wing was 1.5 inches too tall on the spoiler sides because I made it like my super stock. I didn't know there was a difference. He measured that. He said, "Go ahead and just cut it off. Don't worry about it." We drove it back up there after we cut it off. He gave us the thumbs up.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people ain't even breaking the rules on purpose.
Yep.
Right.
You know,
if you're respectful about it, they're going to work with you.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Derek, tell Kinsley we said hey, and tell her I said thanks for watching.
I like Kinsey a lot. She's my favorite Walden.
Thanks for tuning in, Brad, after JT said that.
Oh, sorry, Brad.
And Brad's right underneath of it.
Well, it goes Kinsey, Hunter, Brad.
We were just flirting with that 50 mark.
I know. It was 49 at one time. We're going to do it here in a minute. I'm just trying to get through all of the comments. Well, Aaron said he thinks he's got one of the oldest super stock chassis in Indiana.
Hey, you got a race car. That's all that counts,
all
dude.
matters.
But you got to start something. My first car was a piece of junk, but it made laps.
Yeah, right, Zach. Whatever. They done told me I know too much to be at this school, so we're on our way back home.
Will they not watch the videos or what?
Yeah, exactly. We'll send them some video, and they'll be like, "Oh, you might want to stay for 2 classes." Thanks, Chris.
We
for
love you,
tuning
Zach.
in.
That's my softball, buddy.
And I agree, Kyle. Belts, helmets, windows, nets, etc. are super easy to check. I agree 100%. So
I feel like they do outdate the belts. It seems like I'm buying belts every other year.
Yeah.
3 years.
And they're still good. They're a little, and I think they do that because some of these guys let their race cars sit outside and the belts are still in it and just dry rotting away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you keep your car in a shop or
Or
a
if you have a
garage,
brand new box that's just like sitting in your house, like
right.
I don't like the belt rule, but I mean I get safety, so I mean I understand why they're doing it, but I buy the Crows, so they're not cheap.
Oh yeah. Thanks for tuning in, Brandon. The Brownstown Speedway 2022 Flag to Flag Media Crown Vic champion.
I feel like
Brandon
there was a
Cranmer.
lot of people at the banquet. I feel like there was a lot more
There was quite a few
There was
people
a
there.
there
was
this
a good
year than
chunk.
there was last year.
And Brandon, thanks to you and your dad for giving me or giving Flag to Flag Media a shout out. I do appreciate that coming from you guys. I gave Finley a hard time about it, but Finley got stage fright. Okay, we talked about this. Finley told me he got stage fright. I kind of felt bad for him. So, and I was going to go back up there with him and help him finish his speech, but he said no.
How
It's hard.
about Zach's speech? Did you guys hear that? He thanked everybody
Not
but
even-
his wife.
Oh, I know. I felt
I
so
mean,
bad for Allie.
Hey, I'll sit on here and talk all day long because I don't see anyone, but I don't like that. And
Oh,
I told
yeah.
you that after that.
Yeah.
I came off the thing, got my pictures done. I sat back down, and I
And
was like,
hyperventilated.
and I go, no.
Oh.
I looked at James, and I go, crap. He goes, well, I said, there's two of my sponsors here that I didn't even say. I said, I just like froze.
Yeah, it's easy to
And
do.
after it was over, I went up to him, I gave him big hugs, and it's like, hey, and they, I mean, they knew, but like, I just don't.
I love that part.
Yeah.
That's
I
my
like
favorite part.
I like stared like up at the ceiling in the back and didn't even want to see
Right.
anyone.
They have to listen to you. That's the best part.
I know.
Okay, so Aaron said it was a late model converted into a Camaro Super Stock, from what I was told. Rayburn chassis, but I'm not 100%.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Is it a leaf spring car or is it a cool car? That's the big thing to me. And
So-
Colton Sullivan will tell you to put a leaf spring underneath of it.
But here, I want to talk about this for a second because I've not seen him tune in, and I don't. I mean, I don't know if he's watching or not. But when I did Steve Peden Shop Talk, Steve Peden told me that his first Super Stock was a Rayburn converted car, and he ran it for
Wonder
a
if that's
long
it.
time. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder because he told me that he didn't know where that car went, but he said he would love to know where that car went. So I don't know if
Aaron, who'd you buy it off of?
Yeah, Aaron, do you know who you bought it off of?
well, we're tracing
Well,
down
I know
history
you
here.
know who you bought it off of. But
Ancestry.com.
yeah, no kidding. All the money spent on racing belts shouldn't be an issue. I agree with that. I feel like you just called me out on the car sitting outside part, JT.
I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying,
I
I just
am.
hate that the belts.
He sent me a Snapchat of
No.
the car sitting outside and said, dude, get the inside. At least put a cover on it.
Josh makes him mad because he will not brace the freaking door. And that drives me crazy. He goes into hot laps and the door's touching the frame rail. And I'm like, gosh, it's $5 worth of flat steel. Just freaking brace the door. Ugh.
Oh, it's all right,
At least
Brandon.
spring.
We totally understand, buddy. We're just glad you guys tune in.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and while we got the Kramers on here, one of the reasons we only got the pure stock back out at FunFest is because Michael welded on it.
He did. Yeah, I remember you telling me.
So, I
that.
mean, that's another group of guys that
yeah,
do whatever you need. You know,
Yeah.
I hate getting beat by them every week when I run the Crown Vics, but they welded. That's not the first time they've welded on my car. I don't
Right.
think either. I think they've welded on them before. I mean, that's just a good group of guys. Brandon's okay. Michael's really good. Michael's really good. Brandon's okay.
I feel like you always say that about father sons.
Yes,
Well,
he
you
always
know,
does.
I just like the dads. They're just a lot cooler.
Zach said he doesn't need any help. He's already sleeping in the spare bedroom. Gail Wolf said Grant and JT, two of the guys that know where they go. I don't have to wake. I don't have to wake them up. Seriously, some drivers are asleep.
I agree.
Hey, I did that the first year, the Jackson 100, when we didn't race till like 1:30, sitting in the driver's chute. Well, my first year racing.
Gail is
I
the
was-
best.
Yeah, we had already lined up past her, and we are just sitting there, and I think the modifieds were taking forever. That was like a 45-minute race.
Right.
Like I just caught myself like dozing off, because it's kind of cool out.
Yeah,
She is so good at her job.
Oh,
she
yeah.
is good. Yes.
And when I heard somebody cussed her out, was that last year, 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah. last year.
I was upset.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason to ever talk bad to that lady because they're doing that on her time for
Yep.
nothing and it's super nice.
Yeah, I agree.
She's probably my favorite track worker. I mean, I love her. She is sweet as can be.
Aaron said it's a Leaf Spring, and he bought it from Jack Campbell and Troy Campbell.
And I would not running down Leaf Spring cars either, Aaron.
No.
I mean, I just
Which
when
like
I
Kenny
ran
said,
them,
Kel Kearns is a Leaf Spring.
Kel
Yeah.
Kearns and
But
Colton
Nick-
Sullivan just bought his back. So go try to beat Colton
And
Sullivan
how many
this year.
feature wins did Bodnick have in Leaf Spring?
Well, he switched though.
No, but I'm saying how many did he have in
That's
Leaf
when
Spring?
Leaf Spring died to me. When Matt Boatnick threw him on the shelf,
Yeah.
done.
But he won a bunch of features on the Leaf Spring.
Oh, there's no Matt Boatnick can win in anything.
Yeah,
there's no doubt.
Kel's fast every week.
Kel's
so-
fast every week. Colton was fast in his. I'm not saying the thing with leaf springs when I had them is they're a lot of work. Arching springs, I don't know. And if you're just learning, don't worry about arching them every week. They tell you got to until you learn the basics. Don't worry about that. But then when you do want to learn it, you need to go talk to somebody that does it, because watching YouTube videos.
You lost a fan.
I did. Why?
Because Brandon said, I like JT though. Super Stock's my favorite division. I guess I have to watch someone else drive.
Well, I said he was okay.
Yeah, but you just told him. You just pretty much said his dad's way better than
I was just kidding. I was just
Oh,
kidding.
now you're going to take it back.
I was just giving him a hard time.
We got 45 years. Let's do this giveaway. This thing is
I
awesome.
thought we was going to 50.
And we're not going.
You're giving in, you
I'm
pansies.
giving- It's
Don't give in.
It's 8:52. These people
Don't give. Well, then I guess we ain't gonna give it away.
we're giving it away.
No,
This
not
is
till we
an
get
awesome
50.
giveaway. We've already shared out.
First of all, shout out to Mark and Jamie
Mark and
Schaefer,
Jamie
as
Schaefer.
always.
They do fantastic work, and they got honored at the banquet too.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yes,
cool.
that
What
was
Carr
cool,
did
wasn't
and Austin Perry, and
That was cool.
it was pretty funny.
Now, when you flip that over, are you going to have that the right direction, or are you going to have to?
That's what I was looking at.
Is it the right direction? or is
No,
it
I
top?
got to pull it from the top.
Okay, so this is awesome, and I will say, just go ahead and show them.
Okay.
This is a photo of the Flag to Flag crew and the Flag to Flag logo, and it will be signed by all three drivers: Zach Stalker, Grant Simpson, and JT Huffman.
A one of one.
A
one of one. Yeah,
So
it is really cool.
Yeah,
You got
there's nothing else like it.
two co-hosts and me of part-time.
Whoever wins this, I will let you buy your own frame for it if you want to,
Yeah, that way.
or if you want to use it as a dartboard, whatever. Hang it wherever you want to in your house. I don't care.
And if you don't want us to sign it, we won't. That's
Yeah,
up to you
that's
too.
totally up to
I mean,
you.
some people don't like that, but I'll sign it if you want me to.
So now we got to come up with a great question, because this is a good giveaway. JT, you got any good questions? You're usually the best question asker.
I feel like we need to communicate on the question before we ask it.
We can.
Okay, well, let me think about it for a minute. But now people know what they're going to miss out if they don't get on the show and watch. What are you doing?
Thinking.
That was like Darth Vader. I didn't like that at all.
We got a
We're gonna give away quarter round two.
what?
I think you're out of quarter panel.
I
Kenny
know.
doesn't even
I
have
know.
any. Oh, that's what he's
Yeah,
talking about.
JT.
Well, go.
I
Yeah.
took a picture the other day and I forgot to send to you. I got the two I got to give away.
Are you sure Kenny wants to give them away? Like maybe he wants to
Yeah,
keep a
we've
piece of
got-
that.
We've
I
already
know.
got-
I know.
It's not off my. It's off one of.
What,
we're
you're giving
good.
it somebody else's quarter panel?
No,
away?
it's off my car, but it's.
We'll come up with a question, boys.
I got plenty
What's the question?
You got plenty of questions. You got plenty of panels.
panels.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
did
say, I was
you
like, well,
think-
yeah, questions.
I'm
Tell us
trying to
what they
think.
are.
Did you think of any good questions when we got this done for the giveaway?
I did, but then you were gonna keep it, so they kind of went all the way.
I already got mine over there.
It is cool.
All right, we got 44 viewers. We got to keep them entertained. This is a big giveaway. This is a
mine.
one of one on card auto.
That's mine that I got. Oh, wrong way.
Can't really see it.
Yeah, look at that. That's sharp.
That's me in a Simpson owned car.
Yeah, on the bottom.
Hopefully, Jeremy's watching.
Kenny Simpson senior colors.
Yeah.
Red, white, blue cage. Pretty cool.
We got a one of one auto picture of JT Huffman, Grant Simpson, and Zach Stalker, and the Flag to Flag Media. logo.
Look at Zach. This is the worst show yet.
Well, he's not. We're
How
gonna
is this
cut.
the best
Hey,
show yet?
hey, that's why I put him at the top. We're just gonna kind of
We'll
cut that.
We'll cut the Stalker out the top of it. And
He
it'll just
kinda
be
looks-
Grant and JT.
Hold on, Zach. I see how you feel now. It looks like you're spinning out.
Oh, shoot.
What's the,
Oh, I'm sorry.
we do this every time.
I know. We get.
No, I'm talking about questions.
Well, we don't.
We
Do
do
you
this
want to
every
do a show related or just
It needs to be.
Because I
let's
mean,
do-
we got 43 when we announced it. We only had like 22.
Let's do flag. It needs to be Flag to Flag Media.
Flag to flag media question.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like I don't even know.
Well, it
What's
tells what
normal?
episode we're on, don't it?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
what
it
episode
does.
we're
Yeah, so we don't want to ask that question.
on. Yeah.
What did we talk about earlier today? We talked about Speed Weeks. We talked about Thunder Valley. We talked about North Vernon. Talked about the Speedway. It's tough to come up with a good question that one of our family ain't gonna like freak, because I'm sure my family's chomping at the bit. Like, hope it's a JT Huffman question.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm trying to like keep it like neutral with like Flag to Flag Media.
Right.
question or
Well, you
whatever.
think of a question. There was something else we were going to talk about today, but I can't remember what it was.
I don't know, but
What was the other thing we were going to talk about? We talked about before the show that was.
I I hate to like bring up something because it'd be like if we go with it, I've already said it, and people can go ahead and start answering it.
Right. Derek's chomping at the bit too. He's ready to go. Dead silence. Sorry about this, folks. We're having technical difficulties. Derek's back there running around. Papers are flying.
Yeah, Derek's like, he's in bad shape right now.
Wait,
He is. I'm looking something up.
What are you looking up? But we do appreciate you guys tuning in every week, and we are excited about the Thunder Valley show coming up. I'm gonna get that done as soon as I get back from vacation because we're heading down to East Bay.
Here's I got a question. This is gonna be awesome too.
Oh boy,
This is just totally off the wall. This is I said I'm gonna say this again. A 1-of-1 on poster auto by 3 drivers. I mean, this is not like just giving away like one flag to flag media decal. This is like, if you give this 10 years, this is probably going to be your retirement right here. Okay. So how, I know, but
ask it.
hey, we're still 45 viewers.
if you can guess, we're going to go. I got 4 shop talks scheduled, right? If you can guess one of those drivers, and I will tell you this, they are from Central Indiana. I will give you this post.
I don't even know who we got the schedule.
Hey, this is going to be a good one. Start naming drivers.
I'll tell you what, the
And
shop
I will
talks
tell
are
you,
you only have to
taking
guess
off.
one.
No, listen to this. They are in the late model division. Okay?
They are.
Zach
you don't count.
won it.
That don't count.
That
He
answer
already
don't count then
He already
either.
knows.
And that answer don't count either.
That
then.
answer don't count either.
That is going to be an awesome shop talk.
Yeah.
The shop talk things are really taking off.
Nope. I already did
I
Justin
did.
Shaw, Carly. Nope, not Tori Collins.
Josh Bowler.
Look at Zach.
Not Josh Bowler. Not Gilpin.
Oh, that'd have been a cool one too, though. You should do that. Donnie on a shop talk.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Did you see him doing his advertisement for the Willman on the lawnmower?
Yeah,
On the lawnmower.
Not Ricky Thornton.
Oh,
Not Sasser. These are late model
These
drivers.
are great ideas, though.
They
Like, you
are.
need to-
Thanks for everybody for the ideas. Not Brayton Laster.
Jug Weatherington.
Not Jug. You can't
how
play
you
anyway.
guess?
Huh?
You can't play anyway.
Jug's name's on there.
I was on there.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
asking.
Sorry,
Oh.
Blake. I'm sorry. I overlooked that.
You better not be
Oh,
going to
no.
Brenton Gottsy's.
Aaron won it.
You're going to Brenton Gottsy's?
Yep, going to Britton Gossett.
Oh,
No,
man. Are we that?
I'm kidding because he can't stand him.
Oh, I'll say, are we that desperate for shop talks?
What?
So who won?
Nobody. I was
Oh.
giving you a hard time about
Thanks.
Britton
Oh.
Gossett.
Won 7 times.
Nobody's won yet.
I think-
Nobody's won yet.
I miss having
There's a
Zach
lot of
sitting here.
close. There's a lot of close guesses.
Late model driver in Central Indiana.
Central Indiana.
Hmm.
Oh, not
Golly, that'd be a good one.
Gail Wilson won it.
Oh, you are doing Chad Stapleton?
Yeah, I'm doing Laura Bennett Racing here probably the next 4 weeks.
That's
wow.
So
awesome.
Gail, you won.
There we go.
Congratulations, Gail.
Stapleton. Yep.
That'll be a good one.
Yep.
I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah. I just locked it up the other day. So.
Those are really taking off too. Those are good. That one with Steve Eaton was good.
Yeah. It is.
Look off. Elizabeth, you're right. So coming up, I've got Kaylin. I've got Zach Burton coming up Saturday. And then Zach Burton, Sunday will be Jared Bailey. Wednesday will be Kent Robinson. And then I've got
Holy cow, dude.
the Dustin Linville. I'm going down to Kentucky to visit Dustin Linville and do one. And then Laura Bennett Racing with Michael Bennett and Chad Stapleton. So
Gail wants it autographed. Gail, here's the deal.
Elizabeth said,
Wait a second. Let me talk. Gail wants it autographed. We'll autograph it, but I want a group picture with you when you get it.
okay.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yep.
Because she deserves some shout out on Facebook. So I'm telling you guys, I don't know if you guys haven't ran Brownstown. She's the lineup lady, best in the business.
Yep. So congratulations, Gail Wilson.
Congrats. Yeah. Zach, I
could've
wish you could have
signed
been
up
faster. If you'd have been just a bit faster.
Zach, I mean, I'm surprised all those guesses that you had. I thought for sure he had it.
I did too.
I thought for sure he had
You
it.
thought you had Aaron thinking he won. Poor guy.
I'm sorry.
we just
Aaron.
made a new friend with him.
I know. And he's like, sorry, Aaron.
Aaron,
if you-
Aaron,
so
I
I
can't
will
wait
say
to
this.
meet you up there at Paragon though, because you sound like an awesome guy.
I will say this, Aaron. If you go back, you said you were your first time watching. I go back and watch some of our older episodes. I actually don't know go to YouTube and watch them because the other Flag to Flag account got deleted or whatever. But Brenton was actually on the show, and
We just made fun of him.
Grant goes way back with Brenton. They're like BFFs. They hang out all the time.
They dated for a while.
Yeah. but anyway, there's a reason why I got excited when you said him. So
I don't know if you see my girlfriend or not, but I don't like short people.
Yeah. and usually if you go to the racetrack, you have to go to, if you want to meet Britton Godsey, you have to go over there by 6:30 p.m. because if not, it's over. Because he's the first one loaded up and first one out of the pit. So
He says, "See ya."
Well, shoot, he left before the bank was even over Saturday.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I texted him. I
yeah,
said,
he left.
"Look
yeah.
who's leaving."
Are you
Yeah.
kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golly,
Gotta get home.
what a big dog he is.
So all right, well,
I want to congratulate Zach on second place, though.
yeah,
Good
congrats,
job, Zach. You were close, buddy.
Congrats.
Before we get off, hometown kid Chase Briscoe signs an extension.
Chase Briscoe signs an
Stuart
extension
Haas.
with Stuart Haas, which
Pretty cool.
is pretty cool.
Don't know what. Don't know how long, but
Yeah, I didn't hear how long.
And Devin Rand wins at least 3 more races before Speedweeks is over.
Yes,
Robbie Wills.
100%.
Big fan.
Look, I'm getting rules made up about me.
You have to be 6'1".
That's my.
Oh,
See, I don't know if he's talking about height or that was actually another number in my papaws.
I'd say he's talking about height.
Yeah. Brenton's not
yeah.
allowed in the super stock, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
It could
think
go
I'm
either
going to
way.
make the cut.
I'm not gonna make the count. I'm
I'm
only 6 foot.
I think I'm 5'9".
All right. Well, you guys
Say it right this time.
I do. No,
please.
hang on, man. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors. So, thanks for Midnight Sports Gear for coming on board. Thanks, Grant. Hillbilly Barbecue and Tenderloins, Greens Auto Sales, Solutions Directional Drilling, Jason Petmeyer, Farm Bureau Agent, B&D Excavating, P3 Graphics, and Howard Motorsports and Fab, and M2 Custom Designs.
I'm doing
appreciate
mine this
everything
time,
they
too.
do for us.
I haven't done mine in a while.
Don't
me. I ain't scared of you.
I
anymore.
appreciate everything they do for us. All right, JT, you go ahead.
All right. I first off, I got everybody's pretty much signing on from last year, so that's why I want to thank them because I talked to everybody or a lot of them this week. So I want to thank Bob and Kev's Barbecue for all they've done for me. They signed on, gave me a bonus even. So I'm real appreciative for them guys. Hughes Taylor Funeral Homes, Rondell. I talked to him this week. They're on again. ABC Garage Doors. Amy, I talked to her this week. She's on again. Main Street Realtors. I haven't talked to Mary yet, but I'm sure she's going to sign on. Bo told me not to ever even ask because that's just a locked-in deal. Ivers Motorsports, of course, he's on. James said they're good for another year. Lee Lawrence coming back on board. I've had his logo on the car anyway for a couple years for all he did for me. He's been sick, so I'm glad for him coming back. Yvonne Green Mama Roses, they do tons for me. Eric Vermillion, Rex Jackson's tune-up. He said he'd be back again. My brother, Hollywood Hills, he's my little brother, but he helps me out a bunch. Love him to death. My dad built the most beautiful super stock body. I can't wait for everybody to see. He does such a phenomenal job. Of course, he's going to help me again. Chuck Bogdus has been working on the brakes on their car. We put all new brakes on it. He redid the rear end. Can't thank him enough. The guys up at TSR Chassis, they built an awesome race car. I mean, 6 or 7 national titles in a row. Can't say enough about those guys. P3 Graphics. Eric, wait till you guys see how beautiful my car is this year. He does a phenomenal job. Bub Cummins at Terry Cummins Race Engines puts a rocket ship in there every time I go to him. And Matt Lamar, Flag to Flag Media. Me and Zach carry the show, but I can't thank Matt Lamar enough for what he's done.
I'm just glad you said it this time.
Yeah, and I'm even putting I got the collar, the logo collar match, so it'll be on the car this
I'm
year.
just glad you said it this time.
You care if I do mine?
No, but I have a question real quick for
Go
Jeff
for it.
Allen. If Jeff Allen's still in here,
Yeah.
are you going to the pair or are you going to the Bloomington banquet?
Me?
Jeff, is there any way Grant can pick my shirt up? Maybe.
Tell him no, Jeff. He ain't worth it.
Okay, well, if not, then no big deal. Have it. I'll mail
Well,
it
yeah.
to me or something. But anyway, okay, go ahead.
Team
Grant.
TSR.
Oh, there it
baby.
goes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. What size is it?
7X.
4X.
Those are big for me. Maybe. Is it cotton? If it's
Yeah.
cotton shirt, perfect.
Yeah, it's cotton.
Okay. I'll see that you
Thank
get
you.
it.
Yes, sir. It's cotton.
I'll get it. I got a bunch coming back too. RPM Auto Enterprise Gloria, that's always on here. She's actually moving up here from North Carolina to come to all the races. Jerry Davis Racing Engines and Davis Automotive. That's one that I did forget. I'm an idiot. Messed up.
And he was there.
He
They
was
were-
there,
they were
and I gave him.
watching.
And they know what they mean to me, and we became really close this year. And the cool part with that was John was like best friends with my papa.
Yeah.
So I hear a new story every time I go up there. New one coming on is Pop Bit. If you haven't seen it, look it up. Pop Bit USA makes putting on the body or taking off the body a lot easier. East Vending, Racer's Choice snacks and coffee. Jerry Medlin from Oklahoma. AJ Bolin Realtor at Remax. B&B Cars. Flag to Flag Media for all that they do and let me come on all the time. TSR Chassis, Jeff Allen, Travis Rogers, Mooresville Welding, all their help. Fleetwood & Sons Lawn Care. Need more powder coating. If you're in the Bedford, Indiana area, Lawrence County, need powder coating, go to them. Very good, very affordable guys, and just good redneck dudes, really. And extra room storage units. Of course, Burton Gossi Racing. Sorry, choked up on that. Bedford Home Furnishings, Provision Signs and Designs, and then Dasco Race Supply, the Randolphs, everyone, Compton Clan, Mark and Jamie Schaefer. They always make you look good on picture, as you can see right here. And then my whole crew, which there's a bunch of them named, but they know who they are.
We
Before we
appreciate
end,
it. Well, I appreciate everybody watching every other week.
is there a
We'll go
show
every
next
week.
week or no?
No.
Okay,
We're
so
still
I'll
going-
miss the week after that.
Yeah,
then.
we're still going on. We're still going every 2 weeks. So
Okay, so I won't be on the next one.
we will probably go weekly sometime in February, mid-February, end of February, maybe.
End of
So we'll
February,
we'll
early
announce it.
March.
So,
I remember what we didn't talk about. We can talk about it next time.
yeah.
We didn't talk about the Brownstown schedule getting released. That's what we were going to talk about.
We'll add that on to the next show.
Yeah, that gives Zach something to.
Yeah.
Something
He'll have a lot of making up to do. He's probably
Yeah.
still mad because he didn't win a giveaway, but
He was so close.
he was so close. All right. Well, and we will see everyone again when the next flag flies.
Oh, he did it!